I'm reviewing the Forex Fury EA, one of the most popular EAs on the market. I bought it about 6 months ago, and at first I was skeptical because the strategy is very simple. It uses a 16 pip take profit and stop loss with no grid and no martingale, but over time the EA started making steady profits and it turned out to be the most profitable EA across all of my funded accounts. It has also been profitable on my live account, and I'm genuinely happy with how consistent the performance has been. And before I show you Forex Fury and my live accounts, please take a second to double check that you are subscribed. This really helps me build the capital needed to buy, test and trade more EAs on real accounts, so you can choose which EAs to trade based on real transparent results. So if I go to the algo trading space platform and I click on the funded trading, you will see that the Forex Fury is the #1 performer, followed by the Powerhouse, the Alpha Hype and a few more EAs. If I arrange the expert advisors according to the game, you will see that 22% was made exactly from the Forex Fury and the trading.com account, and it makes an average of 3.12% a month. As you know, I'm more than happy if the EA makes above 2% a month, but if it makes above 3% a month steadily for a long time, that's just perfect. And you can see that this account has been running for 216 days, so I have reached the target of trading.com, and I will show in a second what that means, but let me show the track record. So you can see that at the beginning it went up and down, but then steadily it climbed to the 20% target. I'm trading only the pound dollar, and if I show it the stats, according to FX Blue, the monthly return is nearly 3%, the profit factor is 1.63, but what I want to show you is the floating profit loss, so we can see what the drawdown is in the account. Look at that, around the -3%, which means that this expert advisor is suitable also for prop firm challenges, funded accounts, anything with drawdown limitations, and of course for live accounts, and I'll show you in a second my live account. So here is the funded account with trading.com, where I reached the target of 20%. It actually made more than that. It made 22%. I have removed the expert advisor from the account because when I reached 20% with trading.com, I just paused the trading with the expert advisor to make sure I get my withdrawal and to get to the next stage, which I'll show you, and you will see exactly how much money I am making from this account. But this is the live account where the Forex Fury is trading the pound dollar again, the same settings, and you can see that I have requested a withdrawal. And as I said at the beginning, I have bought the expert advisor about 6 months ago, and initially I was trading with 0.10 in this $1,000 live account. As the account grows, I'm actually increasing the lots automatically because there is the slot size mode equity percentage. You can use fixed slot or you can use money in dollar value, but I stick to equity, and at the beginning I was trading with 1%, but then I have increased it because I saw that there are no huge drawdowns, there are no grids or martingale recovery trades, so I believe it could be traded even riskier, but as I said, I'm happy with 2 to 3% a month. And you can see on the chart how frequently it trades. So for example, here was a short trade that was just closed a couple of minutes ago, I believe. Yep, it was closed in the last 1 hour. That short trade hit the take profit. Another short trade hit the take profit here. Here is a short trade that hit the stop loss, and before that we have another negative trade, so this long trade hit the stop loss. But you can see that overall we have more profitable trades than losing trades. I'll show you the whole history so we can see how it goes. The expert advisor enters into the trade and it places a take profit and a stop loss. Each have the value of 16 pips. You can see it in the inputs. And what is also interesting with this expert advisor is that it trades at at the opening of London. So you can see that it starts trading at 10:16 and stops trading at 11:60. So this is where all trades are being opened. You can see the opening of the trades, which is something I used to do when I was trading manually. When the market opens, I just pick the best setup, one trade a day, stop loss, take profit, and that's it. And as I said at the beginning, I was skeptical because I didn't believe that stop loss of 16 pips and take profit of 16 pips would work profitably. But when we have a good entry, obviously the win rate is higher and we end up being profitable. Now these set files are available for our VIP users. So if you have missed to join, there is a button down below this video, and we share all of our set files for all of our public accounts. And this file, to be honest, I can't remember from where I got it because it's just so many accounts you are trading, but I assume we got it from the vendor's website because I usually don't optimize the EAs and I don't change them. There is installation video, and below there are some downloadable resources like the expert advisor, the set files, and actually there are different track records. So for example, this one over here is trading the Aussie dollar. You can see that it's trading just the Aussie. Actually, we have a pretty decent gain of 159% since October. I found another one for the gold, which made 130% since October 2024. There is also a track record with the Aussie New Zealand, I believe that was. You can see that there is a drop here, but after that it went on a profit. That one's been running a little bit longer, since 2023. 62% of gain. Let me check down below the history. Yep, it's Aussie New Zealand. We also have a track record for the euro dollar, which is relatively new, August 2025, and this one made 81.65%. If I show the history, you'll see that they're trading much higher risk. This is like 2 lots in a 3K account, which is about 0.66 for every $1,000 capital. And in my live account, that's the live account, you can see that I'm trading with about 0.14, 0.13. As I said, I'm happy with 2 to 3% a month, but because this strategy has no grid martingale system, I believe the risk could be higher, but I'll leave it on you to decide with how much you want to trade at. And if I show the members area one more time, the price I bought it was $459. And I use the coupon code for a discount, and I will just compare the pricing now. Yep, that one. I bought a diamond, which allows me to trade it on 2 accounts. So I've put it on a live account and on a funded account, and I'll leave the coupon down below in the description if you want to take advantage of that. Now, because I reached the 20% in my fundedtrading.com account, it is this one over here where I remove the expert advisor from the chart. You can see that my equity went from 10,000 all the way up to 12,247. So what I'll be making from this account is 80% on these 2,247, which is nearly $1,800. Now trading.com is a great solution for instant funding because once you get the account, and I usually start with the small $1,000 account, they give you $9,000 as a credit. Here we go, and the equity becomes 10,000. Very important is that you need to stay within the 10% drawdown. That's why EAs like Forex Fury are suitable. Those EAs that do not have huge drawdowns, do not use grid martingale systems, and then if you make $2,000 or 20%, you are getting 80% profit split or $1,600. However, if you make a little bit more, just as I did, you're getting 80% of whatever you make until the end of the month. And now when I get my second account, it will be with an equity of $20,000. Again, I'll have to stay within the 10% drawdown limit, so I don't plan on increasing the risk with the Forex Fury. I'm happy with how it's performing. And then if I make 20% again, or this is $4,000, I would be getting again 80% or $3,200 as a profit. And if I do that again and again, the profit split lowers. focus on the next stages, but at the end, if I get to stage 5, I'll be withdrawing total minimum net profit of $40,000, which is a lot of money. And remember, I paid $1,000 for this account, so it's a great funding model. I'll leave the link down below in the description, and I will leave the track record to this funded account with Forex Fury so we can see together how it performs. And if you want to know more about how to build a diversified portfolio of different expert advisors, guys, check out this video on my side. I believe it's one of the most useful videos I've ever recorded. As always, trade safe, don't forget I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.